Hey everyone, today we will look at the basic principles of the equalizer. If you find this video useful, please subscribe and leave me a thumbs up. There are three main uses for an EQ. Let me show you. The low pass, the high pass, and the bell. Let me show you how to use this. The first thing you want to do with an EQ is to remove the frequencies you don't want in your sound. First, you will remove all the low end from the piano, the guitar, the flute, etc. You will remove the high end from the bass, the sub bass, or any instrument that needs to be more behind in the mix. The second thing you want to do with an EQ is to add something, to add some air to the voice by making the high end a bit louder with the EQ. Let's dive into this mix, and first let's listen to the track without any EQ on it. So the elements are already good, but you hear something is not right in this track because the guitar is too loud, it sounds muddy, it sounds blurry. So the first thing you want to do is to remove all the frequencies which are not useful to the sound. Let's start with the guitar. As you can hear, there is too much low end, so we will remove some of the low end from this guitar with an EQ like this and listen to the difference. Actually, you need to go until you hear something is missing in the instrument and then you go slightly back. So let's listen again. So I'm happy with this. Now I will try to identify which bad resonances we have in this guitar. So as you can hear, there is a lot of bad frequencies that you want to get rid of. Now let's go quickly to the sub bass. For the sub you have to remove all the high end and the very low end. Like this. Now let's jump to the little bass, how I call it. In the little bass you don't need this very high end, this sparkle, this... You just want to cut it so it doesn't interfere with the rest of the instruments. Now this is better. We will listen to everything again. It's already better. Now let's jump to the piano. There is way too much low end in this piano. We will remove it. Now let's listen to the piano with and without the EQ. Way more clean. Now let's jump to the flute. You can listen, there is too much low end. And you can even see it in the spectrum analyzer. Let's listen to the flute with and without the EQ. Better. The same for the pluck. We just remove everything. All the low end from the pluck, we remove it. Then the organ, which is here. We have to remove all the low end, the high end, and all the little bad resonances, harsh sounds we have in the organ. Because the organ is not the main instrument, it's just in the background of the track. We don't want it to be like cutting through all the mix. So let's do it now. Now it's already way better. You can remove all the low end on the claps. On the crash, the white noise sound. For the kick, it's already perfect, I think. We don't have to change anything. Oh, and the drum loop, we can also remove the low end because listen. Yeah, that's better. A very important thing that I didn't say yet is listen to the whole mix when you EQ. Listen to what is important in the instrument, but listen to the instrument in the context of the whole track. Otherwise you cannot EQ everything very well. Here what I did is very simple. I just cleaned everything. If you want now to make some instrument cut through the mix, or if you want to make an instrument more important in the mix, just listen to it and listen to which is the frequency which is the most important of this instrument. For example, the guitar here is very important. You don't want to remove the high end from the guitar. Otherwise you don't hear it anymore. So it's very important to keep this high end, keep the low end of the sub, etc. If you have any question, just ask it in the comments. Any suggestion for new tutorials, the same. I hope you like this tutorial. If so, leave me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. See you next week and keep producing. Just reminded me that you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud and Instagram. You did good?